going to be doing a review on my new pistol I got the other day. It's the Taurus PT 1911, chambered 45 ACP. Here's the weapon. I got this weapon about 2 days ago. Pretty much walked into it on a trade-in. Pretty much didn't really have any want to go out and buy this pistol. It was just kind of wanted to test that one. I haven't had a Taurus 1911 before. I've had the Kimbers, the Wessons, every other 1911 maker out there except Taurus. So I wanted to try out the quality, how this gun was put together, and everything like that. I'm gonna first safety check the gun before getting the video a little further. Drop the magazine, put the weapon back, look in the chamber. It is unloaded. This is the Taurus PT 1911 AL model. It features the aluminum frame, and it weighs in at about 33 ounces. The weapon is a very nice looking weapon. It comes with 3-dot Novak white dot sights, ambidextrous safety, checkering on the front strap, front cock considerations and rear cock considerations. Now Taurus lists all those in their supposedly custom feature page. To me, they're bullshit. Everything I just said right there, I think is bullshit about the features that I was just pointing out. The weapon is a nice gun. Don't get me wrong. For the money, it's worth it. For somebody who's never had a 1911 before and always wanted one, it's a good gun. Start out. But when you come from a Kimber, from a Wesson, Kimber, Springfield, Smith & Wesson 1911s, and pairs, this is just like a downgrading so much. I mean, when you're having a Kimber and Wessons, you're driving a Lamborghini. You're downgrading to this. You're downgrading to a Ford Focus. It is a very nice gun though. As far as the looks, I think it's a very good looking weapon. As far as it has a duotone finish, or reverse two-tone, as I should say. I'm not a big fan of the ambidextrous safety. I think it's kind of a pain if you wanted to carry weapons. It could accidentally disengage. I would never carry this weapon. It's just too big. My use of this weapon is strictly range. Just going out to there shooting, plinking competitions. I would never carry a full-size 1911. I think they're too big, way too much, limited firepower. I'd rather carry something else that's lighter and holds more rounds. The things I don't like about this gun the most, and why it's a piece of shit considered to me, is their Taurus machining is horrible from what I've seen on this weapon, and I've seen a couple on other ones. And remember, this weapon is really not that old. This weapon just came out a little while ago in aluminum frame, so they shouldn't have that. They've been making the Taurus 1911 for over 2-3 years now. If you can see right here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not, there's a couple of dents in the lower portion of the front slide. You may not be able to see it. And in the rear, right about here, is not fit to the frame. Slide frame fit is not level. This side it is, but this side is not. So they didn't really do a good job with that at all. Man, that was pretty much turned me off so much about this weapon. That, and when I got this weapon, this gun is brand new. By the way, the back Novak rear sight is crooked. It's going this way. You won't be able to see it on camera. The only way you can see it is when you're looking straight down the sights in person. Yeah, but the machining is just, I think, horrible weapon. The trigger, although is very nice, just it's clear again. I think it comes in at a good. I measured the other day at my buddy's gun shop, 4.5 pounds, and that's not a bad trigger pull at all, considering it. It's such a inexpensive weapon for 1911. Now, nothing fancy. Also said something about the beaver tail grip safety, how hard it was to depress, and I can vouch on that because it is really hard to press. A lot harder than the Kimbers or the Wessons. That's when you really have to grab onto the pistol and dig your hand into it. And doing that, I shot this thing like 100 rounds the other day, and man, my hand was tore up. Never had that problem with any of my Kimbers before. And it seemed like you just had to grab the weapon so tight that my weapon, my hand was, it was red. I mean, I go out every single weekend and shoot 2,000 rounds. I mean, not a 45, but together 22, 223, 49 millimeter, and 460 Smith and Wesson. I got some land I shoot at. Some private land, so do a lot of 22 shooting as well. The gun, it has a lowered flare ejection port to add reliability. They did do a good job with the polishing of the feed ramp. That is a plus on the weapon, I think. Trigger's a plus, and the looks of the gun is a plus. Everything else, accuracy is good as well. I forgot to mention that. Shoots just as good as my Kimber. That's at 15 yards. I never shoot my weapons at 25 yards. I think it's too far to practice, especially for self-defense situations. So I practice at 10, 15 yards. But this gun is it worth the money? Yes and no. For somebody starting out, yes, it's worth the money. For somebody who knows about 1911s, who's had them in the past, go and spend extra money and get a Kimber or a Smith or a Para. A lot of people say, well, this gun's more inexpensive. I've seen it anywhere from $600 to $650 to $700. So, I mean, it's not that inexpensive. I had a Kimber I sold recently, custom too. This is a basic model, but I paid $669 for that gun. When I sold it for $675, but I get pretty good deals. A lot of my buddies own gun shops around here, so they let me know what they pay for stuff, and I pretty much throw an offer out to them, and they take it. So they never mark things up for me. I tell them what I want to pay for it. They'll say, okay, I'll get it here next week. They probably hate me for that too, but oh well. At least I don't lose money on guns so much. So, but the gun, it's a nice gun. Getting back to that, I bought that Kimber for $669. I'd rather spend an extra. When this gun came out, maybe it was $600. That Kimber now is maybe about $700. I'd rather spend an extra $100, $150 on the Kimber. I'm getting a better quality gun, and I just think the whole gun is just better. The only thing this gun has going for it is their advertisement. They advertise the gun really good, to a point where it jumps out at people. Say, well, it's got all this. It's got like 20 different custom features. Okay. Only thing that the Kimber stock one does not have is front strap checkering, ambidextrous safety, and no back sights. Big whoop-de-doo. I would change this, ambidextrous safety. I like all black sights anyways, and I hate the checker on the front. I usually put a pack my grip on it anyways. So there it is. But if you guys have any questions on this gun, feel free to send me a message, leave me a comment, and I will get back to you. Thank you.